Hello, here I am. I'm gonna show you how I do the homemade chocolate. Sorry because I don't have a cameraman today, so it's gonna be difficult. So basically, ice cream is possible because of two things. Or you have, so what's ice cream? Ice cream is just any fruit or any flavor, any cream that goes to the freezer, but it doesn't get icy. So you don't have like ice, but you manage to avoid the crystal of the water to become ice, and then it's smooth, and that's the idea of the ice cream. So you achieve that by two ways. One is with fat, that is, instead of have water, you're going to have fat basically. And the other way is to have a lot of sugar. So if you have an ice cream that is more like a sorbet, like I don't know, like lemon ice cream or lemon sorbet or fruit with water, then you need a lot of sugar. And if you have if you want to avoid to have that much sugar, then you're gonna need a lot of fat. So it's not healthy any way, one way or the other. Okay, or you have a mixture of two. Okay, you can have instead of to have a lot of fat, you can have some kind of for example, yolk that's gonna make it more dense. Okay, so we're gonna do today a chocolate ice cream. The idea of to do it homemade is because when you buy ice cream in the supermarket, is not only bad fats, but also they put a lot of stabilizers and a lot of chemicals, a lot of emulsions to avoid to have to put more expensive ingredients. Okay, so that's one of the things. So it's healthier, but ice cream will never be very healthy because it has a lot of sugar and fat. So to do chocolate ice cream, I'm going to use a lot of chocolate. This chocolate was given by Einstein as a token of friendship for a lens that I gave to him. But it's not enough, so I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to use these two. I'm going to double the recipe. So in the recipe it says 250 strong plain chocolate. So you're always going to try to get at least 70% of cacao. This one is 70, this one is 74. So basically the amount of cacao that the chocolate has. The rest is going to be fat, sometimes it's coconut, sometimes another types of fat to blend. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt this chocolate with a bit of butter. So I'm going to put this into this pan. Okay. So we need this was 250, and we want 500. So 250, and then this one is 150. So I'm going to put it here. So what we want is just to melt the chocolate. Ideally, you put it in the microwave. The microwave is very good for melting chocolate. This is what the chocolatiers use, just microwave these days. So we're going to use this 100 and a bit more. It doesn't have to be exact, you know. So that's all the chocolate. Let me check if I did it correctly. So it's 250, and this is 150. So 200. I know I need another 200, almost 2 of these packages. So that's the first thing. I'm gonna melt half of this package. Of course, the quality of the chocolate is gonna make the ice cream good or not. If you want to do a very cheap ice cream, you're going to use cacao instead of chocolate, okay? And like unsweet cacao. So here we have that. Then we're going to have we're going to melt with butter. How much butter? So unsalted butter is 100 grams. So we're going to put 200 grams because we are doubling the recipe. So I'm going to put 200. So if this is 250, I'm going to take it away. And now I'm going to just chop it here. fat. Okay. It is some kind of options with, you know, like with yogurt, for example. I did the other day one with coconut yogurt, so it wasn't even, it was vegan, and it worked pretty well. But of course, it has sugar, and you can put agave or honey or whatever, but still sugar. Okay, so one sec. Okay, here we are. So I'm gonna just leave that in the oven. So just put it in the oven and leave it there until it melts. And in the meantime, I'm gonna continue with the rest of the things. So usually, what you do when you do ice cream is generate some kind of syrup, and that's the syrup you're gonna use as sugar. Sometimes, if I want to do a very quick ice cream, what I do is I put it in the blender. I put a frozen fruit, and directly into, what is this? Ah, it was an ice cream, I think, but it's not anymore. Okay, so I put it in the blender with the frozen fruit, and then I put sugar, and I like to put icing sugar because it's faster and it doesn't get the grains of the caster sugar. And then that's gonna be very you know, frozen. I put a little bit of cream, and sometimes I don't put any cream at all, or I can put yogurt, and then I just put it in the machine. At the end, you're gonna need the machine to mix to frozen the ice cream, and at the same time that it's stirring, so to avoid to become hard, the ice, no? The ice of the water. So now in this case I won't do that, so I'm gonna have the sugar instead. So what I'm gonna do is measure 100 grams. So we have sugar is caster sugar 150 grams, so I'm gonna put 300. 350 grams, and then we're going to put the water. So water, we have 150 of water, 150, 300. Okay, 300 milliliters. And I'm going to make a syrup with that. The idea to do the syrup for the ice cream is that you make like a caramel, but before bring color. So you don't want the color in the ice, in the syrup. So you're going to dissolve the sugar until it starts to thicken, and then you're going to take a little bit with a spoon. Be careful because it's very hot. And then you're going to touch within a little glass with water, and you're going to check that it's kind of sticky, but it's not colored yet. Okay, so that's the perfect thing for the ice cream. So you can stir it because you don't want to do caramel anyway. So you can stir it until it dissolves, and you don't have to worry much. As you see, you know the chocolate is melting little by little. You don't want to melt too much, so you don't want to boil or to melt. So too much, so it just have to be melted. And now what we're going to do is, because I want to put some almonds inside, I like it's a flavor in Argentina, the Fredo, that is chocolate with almonds that I like a lot. And what I'm going to do is to blanch the almonds, so because it's cheaper if they come with the skin. So to take out the skin, let's put all these almonds. I know that people like the almonds. So I'm going to put boiling water into these almonds, and I'm going to make it very easy to peel the skin off. Okay? That's called blanch, to blanch the almonds. And then what else? Then so that is coming. So the chocolate is melting, the syrup is making it. We're going to blanch the almonds. Then what else we need? We need the actual machine, the actual ice cream machine. So this machine is a bit cheaper. So you have two types of machines. One is that that what you do is you use a freezer to make an external ball frozen, and then you put it in a machine that stirs this ball that make it, and then you put little by little you put the ice cream within the machine. So these types of machine are cheaper because you don't have to. I mean, the machine itself doesn't have to produce cold. Okay, it's just stirring. And then it's another one, but it's a lot more expensive. It's like a mini little freezer. Okay, I just have this one, works very well. So I'm gonna put that over there. So the machine is ready. This is high. The sugar is dissolving. Okay. So the next step, and then I'm going to stop because otherwise it's going to become very long because I have to wait until a few things finish. But the next thing is I'm going to mix 8 eggs, 8 yolk eggs, only the yolk part of the eggs, and I'm going to mix that with the melted chocolate. That's why the melted chocolate doesn't have to be too hot. Otherwise, you're going to cook the yolk and going to be a disaster. So it have to be, you know, kind of all together with the butter, but it doesn't have to be very, very hot. Otherwise, as I say, you're going to have a problem with the yolk. So I'm going to separate the yolks. I'm going to mix it with the chocolate. I'm going to add the cream. Okay, I'm going to kind of start to boil a little bit the cream with the yolks and with the chocolate. And once I have everything all together, I'm going to put it in the freezer before I put it in the machine. In this way, I'm going to reduce the time of the making of the ice cream very, very much. Because if I start with whatever I put in the machine hot, it's going to take 3 times more. And sometimes maybe it's not working because as I say, you have this pot that I have it in the freezer where you're going to put the mix, and this, if you put it very hot, it will melt the ice of the recipient, and it won't work. Usually work anyway, but it's going to take like maybe 1 hour, and if I put it cold, it's going to take about 20 minutes. Okay? So I'll show you later the rest of the thing.